Hello and welcome to My Hat series. As an entrepreneur, you have many hats to wear and skills to master. Today, we're talking about how employee ownership can be a great solution to your business succession struggles. So grab a coffee and let's get started. We welcome Daphane Nelson today. Daphne started volunteering with Community Futures Thompson Country as a lone committee member. She has worked with other CF offices over the past few years under the Export Navigator program as a regional business liaison for the Lytton Business Recovery program. Daphne has inside experience with CF as well as a graduate from the self-employment program. So over the past year, Daphne and her partners have formed CoActive Development Worker Co-op. Hello, Daphne.
Hello, Elizabeth. I'm so happy to be here for the My Hat series.
Excellent. We're happy to have you. Okay, we're going to jump right in. And as of June 2022, according to Stats Canada, there were over 4 million small businesses across Canada. And one of the big struggles many business owners are facing is retirement age. Close to 60% of small and medium-sized business owners are aged 50 or older, and that means they're getting ready for or already ready for retirement, and that's where you and your team come in. So Daphne, can you explain just what CoActive is?
I can, yes. Thank you so much. CoActive is a worker cooperative founded by Marty Frost, Chris Galloway, and me, Daphane Nelson, to help business owners retire and sell their businesses to their employees. So with the help of much research and practical application of the model, we have developed our own methodology to help businesses explore succession planning through employee ownership. Because each business is unique and maybe at a different stage, every group will undergo a slightly different process, but generally speaking, we will find our way through a few different stages. So starting with feasibility analysis, we're going to determine such things as whether the model is a fit for the group or whether the business is financially viable for the group to purchase. From there, we are looking to assist with financing to help determine how the purchase will be capitalized and what options are going to be available to that group of employees. We are not in the business of offering loans ourselves, but we'll help with that process. From there, we'll go through business and cooperative development, which is necessary to help employees understand the business, as well as learn the ropes of a cooperative enterprise. And then we'll go through transition incorporation, which is basically formalizing the above processes, enabling the legal and other professional work to commence. And finally, not finally, when you think about ongoing, it's a process, not a final thing, but we're going to offer ongoing support to businesses to help with cooperative governance, things like board and annual general meetings, for example, or business supports, whether directly or through referral to business development agencies, depending on the needs of the organization.
Oh, that's very cool. The ongoing thing, I think, will be amazing for every organization that goes that route. But I think it's important for us to provide some clarity. And when I say us, I mean you, for what a cooperative is. So can you give us your best definition?
You bet. A cooperative is an organization. It's a legal structure in British Columbia and Canada whose membership identifies a common issue that they want to solve together with a democratic decision-making process. So these members directly benefit from the product or service that's provided, that has been the need that's been identified by the group, and they will pay a membership share to be part of the organization. The group determines how much the investment should be based on the capital needed to start or join the organization. And the most common cooperatives in BC are the credit unions. You might not know this, but clients are members having paid their share to open an account. And their member benefits include things like local decision-making, direct community supports, dividends based on the number and utilization of the products of the credit union. And there's lots of other benefits, but those are some of the key ones.
Right, excellent. So could this model apply to like a nonprofit organization?
Yeah, you bet. So it is possible to create nonprofit service cooperatives that are able to solve lots of different problems, but I like to use health care or child and elder care problems, as those are kind of top of mind these days. So if that's the identified need, then the benefits would be realized by the membership who has come together to solve that. And so realistically, you could ask me about anything in the terms of a cooperative, and that's how idealistic I am about the model. I could tell you how we could solve that need or problem by forming a cooperative.
Oh, nice. That's excellent. You had mentioned earlier that you are one of the 3 co-founders of CoActive. Sorry, you and your team are well versed in cooperatives. You yourself have worked with the development of a cooperative with both the BIPIC and the LGBTQ communities. So I'd love for you to introduce your team. I know they're not here, but to give us a little bit of an inside scoop so our watchers and listeners know the level of expertise that they're getting with CoActive.
Awesome. Thank you. It is my pleasure to talk about my team, my cooperators. Marty Frost has been working for and with cooperatives for 43 years in varying roles, including having managed and developed cooperatives. And I like to say, it could be said, he's an icon in the realm of cooperatives, not only in BC, but across Canada. He's very well known in the cooperative development hemisphere, sphere, whatever you want to call it, in Canada. And then Chris's background is in finance, or his background in finance kind of led to his work with the Financial Cooperative Center. So like the credit unions we talked about before, and in BC, and it's his passion for the model that led him to regard it as an answer to sustainable business succession planning practices. And for me, I became like really enamored with the model while onboarding as a director with the credit union. And I wondered why more people haven't heard of the model as a means to distributing benefits to more people who need identified products or services.
Fantastic. So this year, your CoActive is hosting a pilot project. Can you break that down for us?
I can, yes.
Excellent.
And thank you for asking about that. We're very excited about this piece, as we feel exploring the cooperative model will bring light to the possibility of employee ownership as a means to succession planning. So the difficulty of the model is that not many people are aware of the cooperative model. And so the pilot project will basically determine whether a business and employees are the right fit to combine these 2 worlds. And so the employees can eventually sort of take over the business and the owner can retire. And as I kind of mentioned before, we'll look at financial viability of the business, industry trends, the maturity of employees, how many people are interested, and lots of other variables that are going to help us determine whether the business is capable of making the transition. And so we're hoping to offer this to 10 BC businesses over the next 12 to 18 months. And I hope they'll continue the process with us after feasibility is complete. And the plan is to combine efforts with existing business development and service providers, such as the CF network, and create or develop, whatever the word is, foster an ecosystem around this community-based model. So bringing both worlds where I've been working in over the last little while, the community futures, business development side, and then the cooperative development side, because there's so many beautiful cross functional opportunities there.
Right. Excellent. So how does a business owner get included in this pilot project?
Well, if this sounds interesting to you and something that you think that might be a good fit, I'd say just reach out to us directly. Email's probably the best bet at this point. And our email address is info@coactive.ca, or we do have social media channels. So if you're on Facebook or LinkedIn, look for CoActive Developments Worker Co-op.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Cooperatives can be a great solution for a real problem. We have included an infographic for you to download for your own records with a link to CoActive, so you can check it out yourself. Thank you again, Daphne, so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate being here.
All righty. Have a good one.
Thanks.